Well, big day is here. Going to get the kayak down and get out on the water behind me and see how it all goes. It's going to be an interesting experience. Never owned one of these before, so will it sink? Will it roll over? Let's find out. Okay, so after the first test, what are my thoughts on the kayak? Well, I guess thought number one is I need to lose some weight because it does sit rather low in the water once I've got the battery and the engine on there. Now, part of the reason I bought the kayak in the first place was to get some more exercise and hopefully drop a few pounds or a few kilos. And okay, I think that's going to work. I enjoy paddling it. It's easy to paddle. I did find with the motor it's not a good idea to turn it on when it's in full power mode. You need to get it going in low power first, and once you're up to speed in that, then switch it to high power. If you do try and turn it on directly in high power, unfortunately what happens is the motor can kick up or it can make the kayak unstable, especially if there's a bit of wind and a bit of chop. I came very close to coming out of it twice in deep water because I turned the motor on and it was in high power mode. So if you're going to start it up in low power, and once you're running, switch it to high power. It's a lot more stable that way. I did find that a fair bit of water came over into the back compartment, and I even got some into the battery compartment. Now the battery compartment's got no drain holes at all, which is a bit of a disappointment. I know no water is supposed to get in there, but it's inevitable that some will get in if you've got a bit of wave action. And you can't get it out again without disassembling everything, taking the battery out and turning it upside down. One solution to that, I guess, would be to put a little bilge pump in there of some sort. That would help. Now obviously you can see the little solar panel on top there. What I did was to build a little wooden frame that just slots in on top of the battery. With a water snake you can't have it charging while you've got the battery attached to the engine. So I put a little switch on there as well, so it'll switch from the solar panel to the water snake engine, so it's an either or situation. In general, I'd say I'm reasonably happy with it. Once I manage to shed a few kilos, I think it'll be quite a good little platform. At the moment it is sitting too low in the water. The compartments on it are not watertight, they're water resistant, but I overcome that problem by having dry bags, so that anything in the compartments that is really critical to stay dry goes into the dry bags. You then pop them into the compartments and they'll be fine from there. I did find with the engine and the rudder on their own, the kayak tends to turn very, very slowly. There's some occasions when you do need to use the paddle to help you turn. Belle also took the kayak for a spin, and of course, being about half my weight, she had no problems with the buoyancy of it. The problem she had was that the wind was blowing pretty hard, and she took off up the river without realizing how quickly she was going, and the fact that she was going to get outside the protection of the hill we were hiding behind. Once she did that, she found she was in a fair bit of trouble and had to head for the shore. I was then able to walk along and pick the kayak up and bring it back. But the wind was so strong it was too hard for her to paddle against, and even when I gave it a go, really it was just so much easier to get out and walk it back until I got back into the shadow of the hill. I guess it's all a learning process, and we've got still a lot to learn about this. It's an interesting new toy to play with. We have to be very careful with it, of course, out on the water. We've got to be responsible and try and do all the right things. And we will definitely report back on how we go with it once we really start testing it out as a fishing platform. So thanks for having a look and checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from the channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and whack the bell icon, and then you'll be told each time we put a new video up. We do release on Saturdays, and we try to release every Saturday, although that is becoming more and more difficult. So thanks for watching, and we hope to see you back here again the next time we put a video out. Cheers, catch you later.